at North Seattle, and we're going to be talking 3D printing today with Sam Hightower, who's on the faculty here. Thank you for joining us and sort of sharing your knowledge with us today.
No problem.
What do we have here?
So we are in our, I guess it's kind of a hybrid 3D printing lab as well as the engineering lab.
And what do you have in your hand?
Yeah, so this is basically another thing that we go through in the class, teach a little bit about 3D scanning as well. This is the 2 sets of my classes that I've taught with students, 3D selfies, if you will. They're bust of their presence, but basically it gives them an opportunity to learn a new skill, a new software.
These are actual students.
And these are actual students. So
That's
some you might recognize if you are watching the channel, depending on who watches this, which there's a number of faculty that will know these students, probably even by their profile, if you will. But it gave me an opportunity to also kind of collaborate with the nanotechnology lab to utilize their laser cutter and a few other tools that might be able to kind of unite and bring the disciplines together even stronger. Obviously, nanotechnology is a completely different world than regular engineering, but it gives the tools they have in their lab down there with 3D printing, with some of the CAD designs and things the students already know how to do, some of their skill sets, will give basically a more unified, well-rounded type of, if you are a technician out of the school, you're going to do a lot more than the normal section. You're going to have like these auxiliary type of skills that you could utilize for anything.
What are the jobs out there?
I guess out of my class, you would be able to work for companies like Stratasys or 3D Systems, which are like the leading manufacturers for 3D printers. You'd be somewhere in their process, whether you're the one building it, if you like to program, or you're the person who's finishing it off and getting it ready for the client. So I guess it just depends on what the student's wanting to do. And
you're going to be teaching that class in a couple of hours. What is that class specifically that you teach?
It's TDR 170, and it's designed for additive manufacturing. And it basically is giving students a way to translate any 3D design they know into a physical model that they can, once again, represent a concept in a physical way. It's one thing to 3D render, it's another thing to have it in your hand. So
I know that we have some footage of you speaking with high school students actually in this room.
Yeah.
And tell us about that and sort of the outreach that you were doing.
Totally. So the school has a tri-trade event that happens sometimes multi-time or kind of biannually. Mine was in around the springtime, and they brought some students over from the local high schools around here just to kind of give some publicity and promotion to what they offer here at North. I was asked to give a small workshop on a program called Tinkercad, which is a free software that anybody can pick up and use, which I recommend if you are liking 3D printing. That would be where I would start. But basically it was giving the students a taste test in the electronics here in the engineering, in nanotechnology and all these things. And I was actually able to show a demo on the program as well as do a pretty small basic 3D print that gave them the connection between the computer and the physical world. I heard that students were still even using it after they were introduced to it, kind of after my class, which is pretty cool.
It's a question I ask a lot of the people that we end up interviewing, and it's this question: what's the best part of your job?
It's the opportunity to spend more time with students, because I do public workshops at libraries and maker spaces and things like that. But here I actually have a course of multi-month with students to be able to see where they want to go with it, see what skills they have, see what opportunities they want to explore or learn, help troubleshoot and problem solve. That's kind of a thing I like to do, is help people get to where they want to be.
Where do you see it in a couple of years? Maybe 5 years from now?
In the school?
Yeah.
I hope at the pinnacle of all this, there is a specified, not only just 3D printing lab, but a maker space that is going to give opportunity across the board, from the art department to this one to even some of the health disciplines that I guess they teach. You can make medical devices, learn how to go down that path, and you like medical, but you could learn a little bit of design and then help the world with the thing you want to do. It just gives people the access that they want. Which is what the bigger maker movement's about, I think, lately.
This is a great start. Thank you for spending a few minutes with us. All right, Sam Hightower here at North Seattle College. Thanks so much for joining us at Seattle Colleges.